All right, Bob.
Video number 12. Here we go, guys. And you know what? Should I say it? Yeah, I think I'm going to say it. This is my most favorite video yet. What do you think of that? There, I said it. This video, I know we always focus on arboreal species on my channel, our bucandros and emeralds and sanzinia. We're going to stray a little bit today, guys, but I promise you it is so worth it. We're going to my friend Bob Acafinto's Arapaima facility where he raises these fish for food, and we're going to feed them today. We're going to feed 8,000 Arapaimas that are all over 200 pounds each, okay? And honestly, now that I'm a world-renowned, international, global, YouTube superstar, I get to do cool things like that, so. It's the one and only Digo Double G. Can't wait to bring you guys with me. Small-scale mouse breeding, we're going to talk about that today, and for a special treat, I have a friend of mine who's going to help me with that segment. Look, I'm warning everybody out there ahead of time. He's not politically correct. He's a bit misogynistic. He does not always say the right things, but I'm going to try to reel him in. He promised he'd be on his best behavior with me today, so stick with me and help me get through that segment with him. And I'm also going to get you guys caught up on my Sabu python eggs. If you remember, I had a couple eggs laid. Today we're on day 46, so I'll show you those eggs, and let's kick this thing off with Sabu eggs and Arapaima feeding. Okay, Sabu python eggs, guys. You can see I got 2 eggs here. They're 46 days old. And this larger, more robust one had really poor vein development when it was laid. It's much stronger now. It did not start to collapse yet. Doesn't mean there's any problem with it, but I would feel better once they hit about day 40 if it started to collapse, just like this other one over here. So we're 46 days in, and with any luck, within, say, another 10 days or so, we're going to have 2 baby Sabu pythons. These will be het for silver because their mother was silver and the father was normal, and then they're going to be staying with me. Why don't we now jump into this Arapaima feeding video? And before I show it to you guys, I really want to set it up for you first and tell you a little background on it so the video really makes sense. First off, if you look up American Cobalt Aqua Farms on YouTube, you can see, so Bob Acafinto owns this farm. You can see Bob's farm. It is tremendous. It's in Punta Gorda, Florida. It is just enormous. And I was with my friends Paul Bodner and Alan Brutowski, and we spent this past Saturday up at Bob's farm here in New Jersey. So why does he bring these fish up to New Jersey when they're mostly kept in Florida? Well, he spawns them in Florida, and then he trucks these Arapaima when they hit a certain size. He brings them to New Jersey. And it doesn't sound like it would make sense, but the reality is the fish grow so much quicker in captivity than they would outside in outdoor ponds. Even considering there's natural sunlight, reason being the temperature is constant indoors, okay? And when temperature is constant, when it's over a certain degree, fish will eat every day. And that basically means these Arapaima will grow twice the size in the same amount of time. So they grow twice as fast indoors as opposed to outdoors. The fish in the video, every one of them is between 100 and 200 pounds. They're harvested at 200 pounds. Each fish, okay, each one, there were 8,000 fish and there were 1,000 per tank. It's when you're watching the video, it almost looks like they're really overcrowded. I can assure you they're not. The building is 20,000 square feet. It is 500,000 gallons. But what happened is, as soon as we walked in, as you'll see, all the fish came to the front to get fed. And if you look at the building, certain shots I took, if you look at the building, you can see there's plenty of room way in the back for all the fish, but they all just came forward to eat. Also, I wanted to mention in this video is stingrays. You'll see, I also show you guys Bob's stingray breeding facility, freshwater stingrays. They're not harvested for food, guys. Those are just a passion project for Bob. He has a lot of really cool passion projects. I'm going to show you some of his snakes shortly after I show you this Arapaima feeding video. But the key thing you guys have to know is that when you're up that close to these things, I mean, they're the size of human beings, and I got drenched. I was laughing my butt off, but I was dripping wet from top to bottom. So enjoy this video, check it out, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys.
Hold on. Wow, I just got splashed. Holy smokes, can you guys see the size of this thing? Holy smokes.
Whatever you guys want. All right.
I'm standing back.
You're gonna probably get wet.
All right, hold on.
You're gonna get a good picture there. You're going up or get here.
All right, Bob. Holy crap. Oh my God. Oh, oh my God, man, this guy's drenched. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy my God. And that's what it looks like when you feed 8,000 Arapaima, 1,000 per tank that are all in the 200-pound range. Oh my God. Arapaima as far as the eye can see. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Okay guys, so if the Arapaima breeding facility wasn't enough, he also has a freshwater Stingray breeding facility, and you can just see all the tanks on both sides. These are just all really nice. Look at these black diamonds over here, guys. I mean, there's so many of them. Oh my God, each is nicer than the next. I have no idea what's here, guys. You're in this with me here, taking this little journey. More black diamonds over here. Amazing. And more black diamonds over here.
I hope you guys enjoyed that Arapaima feeding. Again, it was amazing. Next part of this video actually was in a separate one of Bob's buildings, and it's part of his snake collection. He probably has 600 to 800 animals. Bob is purely a hobbyist, guys. He barely even breeds anything anymore. He's more of a collector now. A lot of these animals he's had for probably 20 plus years. Sound was super loud in the building, guys. I am so sorry. The volume just got completely nixed, so I just put a music background here, but I did title everything for you guys so you get a sense of exactly what I was looking at. Anyway, enjoy this part of the video as well. Okay, you guys are in for a real treat right now because we're going to talk about small-scale rodent breeding, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to introduce you to somebody who he's perfect to do this. And again, he promised me he would be on his best behavior. Okay, so let's try this. Here we go. I want to introduce you to Mr. Andrew Mice Clay. So I understand I'm here to talk about breeding mice. Get Blondie, ask me a question.
All right, Mice Clay. I heard that one male mouse can breed with 5 females, but that sounds like it would be really hard.
That's what she said. Oh! Hey, sweetheart, you like poems?
My name is Shannon, but sure.
I got a poem for you. A female chondro sat on a branch because she wanted to check out the scene. But as she was coiling, the male he kept smiling because the branch was his hemipene. Oh! I'm over here now.
All right, I think I'm done with you. You know, you're supposed to be talking about how to breed mice.
Sweetheart, give me one more chance. I got a poem. You're going to love this one.
Okay, my name is Shannon.
Okay, just hear me out, honey.
All right, one more, and as long as you promise to leave afterwards.
You're going to love it. A carpondro breeder hatched a large clutch of eggs, probing a male that would be a keeper. The snake could have been popped, but like the carpondro breeder, it enjoyed feeling the probe going deeper. Oh!
All right, get out. That's it.
That is the last time I trust a 6-foot mouse that smokes. Anyway, guys, let's talk about breeding mice on a small scale. It's easy to breed mice on a big scale, but on a small scale, when you don't have a lot of room, you only want to have enough mice to feed maybe a small group of snakes that require pinkies. You need a consistent flow. You want to keep them clean, and that's what I'm hoping to help you guys with today. So how do I do it? What do I do? What's the easiest way that I found? I get 1 male and 5 females, and I keep them in a 10-gallon tank like that. Key thing, guys, when you have them all together, they're going to breed. So only introduce 2 or 3 females to the male at a time. So at any given time in this tank, there's 1.2 or 1.3 females. What do I do with the females that are not currently breeding with the male? See these little individual tubs over here? I'll keep them in those little tubs, okay? And as the females become pregnant in the 10-gallon tank, I'll move the pregnant females in these small individual cages, and then I'll move the females that are not pregnant from these little small cages, I put them back in a 10-gallon tank. So the bottom line is you always have a pregnant flow of females, but they're always typically a few days up until a week apart. Again, it's a constant stream of pinky mice. That's what we're shooting for. Key thing I want to mention is we're all animal lovers here. We all claim to be animal lovers. Take good care of your mice, guys. I love my mice. It sounds really corny, but I do. I take really good care of them. They always have plenty of fresh food, fresh water. I always, have a lot of respect for the animals, and I hope you guys do as well. Okay, as far as if you have mice, why aren't they breeding? Is it possible that your mice are not going to breed for you? Yes, it is possible, and it's usually a few things. Is it too bright where you're keeping your mice? If it's too bright, they're not going to breed. Is it too loud? If it's too loud, they are not going to breed. Temperature, if it's too cold or too hot in your room, they are not going to breed. I keep my mice the same as I keep in my snake room here. It's usually about 72 degrees. It doesn't have to be that warm, but 68 to 72 degrees, constant supply of mice. If that's not working, if your conditions are right, maybe it's your male. Maybe you want to swap out your male, get a new male, put him in there. Do not add a male to a colony that already has a male, guys. They are only going to fight. It's going to end really badly. They're not like snakes. You do not need to combat mice. Just simply get rid of your old male and get a new male. When I say get rid of, you could obviously just feed him off. What about females? Can you just introduce females at any time? No, you cannot, because just like males, females are very territorial. If you take a female mouse and add it to a colony with 1.2, 1.3 mice in it, the females are going to fight. So how do you combat that? Well, what you do is when you go to clean out your 10-gallon tank, you empty all the shavings and you're going to clean your tank out. When you reintroduce the mice back into the tank after it's clean, at that same time is when you want to introduce your new females or non-pregnant females to your tank. What I also do is, you see these paper towel rolls? I always add 3 or 4 of them every time I clean their enclosure. It hides, they have a place to hide, it gives them security. And fortunately for me, I have a wife and a daughter, so I have about, 87 of these every single week. Good for me. As far as another thing you have to watch out for, sometimes females will kill their babies. I have no idea why it happens, why they kill and eat their babies. Keep an eye on that. If you have a female that kills or eats her babies, or both, she probably will continue to do that. And if that happens, you guys, unfortunately, you need to cull her from your colony and you want to feed her off. And as far as food, I feed Missouri rodent diet, my 50-pound bags of Missouri rodent diet. I also supplement it with senior dog food. Why senior dog food? Because it is high in protein and low in calories. The thing about mice, guys, you need to keep in mind is that they are prone to obesity. So if you are going to feed a dog food, which I don't recommend as their staple diet dog food, you should feed them the Missouri rodent food. But if you want to go ahead and feed them dog food, make sure it's like a senior dog food. So again, high in protein, low in calories, because your mice are going to get fat. And if your mice get fat, they're not going to breed. Hey, I hope you guys had as much fun watching this video today as we had making this video. As always, thank you so much for liking and subscribing and for sharing my videos. I really appreciate that. And please don't forget USARK. They do so much for us. They ask so little from us. For $25 a month, please become a USARK member. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in a couple weeks. Who has the best YouTube channel? Me